What if the Galaxy Watch Ultra you almost bought last year was just a placeholder for something much bigger? Samsung barely changed anything the last time around. More storage, same story. And honestly, that is why most people have been holding off. But now, things are different. The Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 has reportedly surfaced in the GSMA IMEI database, and this time it looks like Samsung is preparing a real refresh. In this video, we're breaking down what is confirmed, what is rumored, and why this might finally be the Ultra that lives up to its name. Stick around, because the battery conversation alone could change everything. So what do we know so far? A recent report points to the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 appearing in the GSMA IMEI database under the model number SM-L716U. We've seen this pattern before with Samsung devices. When those codes start surfacing, launch timing usually follows shortly after. According to well-known tipsters, Samsung is planning to unveil two watches this year, the Galaxy Watch 9 and the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. And if history repeats itself, both should arrive alongside the new Galaxy foldables in July. That Summer Unpacked event is shaping up to be stacked. On paper, it sounds routine, but here's where it gets interesting. Unlike last year's minor refresh, this one is being described as the first big upgrade cycle for the Ultra line. That is the part that should grab your attention. Now let's talk design. Based on early renders, do not expect a dramatic overhaul. The overall rugged, square, circular hybrid look seems to be sticking around. Samsung probably wants to maintain brand continuity, but there are whispers of tactile navigation buttons being added or refined. Here's where the debate gets juicy. More tactile buttons could improve usability during workouts or hikes, especially when your hands are sweaty or gloved. But could that impact water resistance? Possibly. And if this is truly meant to compete with the Apple Watch Ultra in hardcore Garmin models, durability cannot take a step back. You know what's funny? Samsung nailed identity with the rotating bezel on the classic models. That was their thing. With the Ultra, many critics said it looked too inspired by Apple. This second generation is Samsung's chance to create a distinct identity instead of being compared every 5 minutes. Let's be honest for a second. The biggest complaints about the current Ultra were not about looks, they were about performance. Heart rate tracking has been inconsistent, and for a premium rugged smartwatch, that's a problem. You can't charge Ultra prices and then deliver average accuracy. If Samsung wants to be taken seriously in the adventure and fitness space, sensor precision has to improve. That means better calibration, smarter algorithms, and more reliable data during high-intensity workouts. Before adding flashy new features, they need to refine what already exists. Think of it like this: specs are one thing, but user experience is a whole different game. Nobody cares about a dozen new health metrics if the basics are not accurate. This generation needs to feel dependable. That is how Samsung wins back trust. Now here's the elephant in the room: battery life. The current Galaxy Watch Ultra delivers around 2 days of runtime. That's fine for a standard smartwatch, but for something labeled Ultra, not impressive. Garmin and Coros watches can push 20 to 30 days in certain modes. Even the Apple Watch Ultra manages stronger endurance in comparison. If Samsung wants to compete in the rugged category, battery life needs a serious leap. We're talking bigger capacity, more efficient chipset, and smarter power management. If Samsung can push this watch closer to 5 or even 7 days under normal use, that changes the narrative completely. Imagine going on a weekend hike without thinking about charging. That's what Ultra buyers expect. Trust me on this one. If Samsung fixes battery life and sensor accuracy, this watch suddenly becomes a legitimate alternative rather than just a stylish option. So, where does this leave us? The Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 looks real. The launch window likely lands in July. The design may stay familiar, but meaningful internal upgrades are expected. The real battle isn't just against Apple, it's against perception. Samsung has to prove that Ultra means endurance, precision, and identity, not just a bigger case and higher price tag. If they get this right, the Ultra 2 could finally stand shoulder to shoulder with the Apple Watch Ultra series instead of chasing it. But if they miss on battery or accuracy again, that conversation will not be kind. So, what do you think? What's the one upgrade Samsung absolutely must deliver this year? Longer battery life? Better health tracking? A bold new design twist? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into upcoming tech.